Chapter 1. The Weight of Expectations. Kazutora Hayashi stared blankly at his reflection in the mirror, his brown eyes dull and lifeless. His school uniform was perfectly ironed, his hair neatly combed, but inside he felt like a cracked vase barely holding itself together. His family's expectations weighed heavily on his shoulders. Every day was a battle against the suffocating pressure of being the perfect son, the perfect student, and the perfect heir to the Hayashi legacy. His father, a strict and distant businessman, constantly drilled into him the importance of success. Failure was not an option. His mother, though kinder, was equally demanding in her own way, pushing him to maintain an impeccable image in front of their affluent social circle. But no one seemed to notice how broken he felt inside. No one saw the sleepless nights, the constant anxiety, or the numbness that had settled into his chest like a stone. As he walked to school that morning, Kazutora felt the familiar tightening in his chest. The pressure was unbearable. He couldn't keep up with the demands. He was tired of pretending, tired of living a life that wasn't his own. And as he crossed the bridge on his way to class, a dark thought crossed his mind. What if he just ended it all? What if he could finally be free from this suffocating existence? The cold wind bit at his skin as he approached the edge of the bridge. The rushing water below seemed to call out to him, promising an end to his pain. He climbed over the railing, his heart pounding in his chest. Just one step, he thought. Just one step, and it will all be over. But as he prepared to jump, a strong hand grabbed his arm and yanked him back. Kazutora gasped as he was pulled back onto the bridge, stumbling to the ground. He looked up, his heart still racing, and saw a tall, intimidating figure standing over him. The guy had sharp features, messy black hair, and an expression that was hard to read. He was wearing the same school uniform as Kazutora, but with a few rebellious modifications: a loosened tie, untucked shirt, and a pair of earphones hanging around his neck. "Are you an idiot?" the guy said, his voice cold but not unkind. "What the hell do you think you're doing?" Kazutora opened his mouth to respond, but no words came out. He was still in shock, his mind reeling from what had just happened. The guy sighed and crouched down beside him. "Listen, whatever you're going through, jumping off a bridge isn't going to solve it." Kazutora blinked up at him, feeling a mixture of confusion and disbelief. "Who are you?" he finally managed to ask. "Hanma Shuji," the guy replied, his voice still carrying that cold edge. "I'm a second year at your school. And you're Kazutora, right? The first year everyone says is supposed to be some kind of genius." Kazutora flinched at the word genius. He hated that label. It was just another part of the suffocating expectations everyone had for him. Hanma noticed his reaction and raised an eyebrow. "Guess you don't like that title much, huh? Well, I don't care what people say about you. What I do care about is not letting some dumb kid jump off a bridge." Kazutora felt a pang of irritation at being called dumb, but he couldn't deny that Hanma had just saved his life. He sat up, pulling his knees to his chest, and stared at the ground. "Why did you save me?" he asked quietly. Hanma shrugged. "I don't know. Maybe because I've been where you are. Maybe because I know what it's like to feel like there's no way out." His voice softened, just a little. "But trust me, there is. You just haven't found it yet." For the first time in what felt like forever, Kazutora felt a flicker of hope. Maybe, just maybe, there was a way out of this darkness.